You never meant to lose 3 hours tonight, but here you are, phone glowing in the dark, eyes burning, scrolling past faces you'll never meet, and jokes you'll forget in seconds. This is not an accident. This is not your weakness. This is engineering, and you are the product. Every swipe, every autoplay, every notification ping is a calculated move in a game you didn't know you were playing. And tonight we're going to show you exactly how they keep you hooked, distracted, and obedient without you ever noticing the leash. You feel it, don't you? That strange emptiness after a binge session. That hollow ache in your chest when the laughter stops and the silence rushes back in. You tell yourself you're just unwinding, just taking a break, just having fun. But deep down, you know something is off. You know because you've felt the hours vanish like smoke. You've ignored texts from real people while staring at strangers. You've postponed dreams while consuming content that evaporates from your memory before you even lock your screen. It's not laziness. It's not lack of discipline. It's something darker and far more deliberate. You are tired, not from working too hard, but from running in circles inside a cage you can't see. You are lonely, not because you lack people, but because you've been taught to fear the silence where real connection grows. You are distracted, endlessly, frantically, because the moment you stop and think, the moment you look up and ask what you're actually doing with your life, the whole illusion collapses. And they cannot let that happen. The trick is simple, brilliant, and older than you think. It's called intermittent reinforcement, and it's the same mechanism that keeps a gambler pulling the lever, a rat pressing a button, and you scrolling through an infinite feed. B.F. Skinner proved this in the 1950s, with pigeons in a box, teaching them to peck at a disc for food. But here's the twist. The pigeons became obsessed not when they got food every time, but when the reward came randomly, unpredictably, just often enough to keep hope alive. That randomness creates a compulsion stronger than certainty ever could. Now look at your phone. Every time you pull down to refresh, you don't know what you'll get. Maybe a funny video, maybe a message from someone you care about, maybe nothing at all, and that uncertainty is the hook. Your brain releases dopamine not when you find something good, but in the anticipation, in the possibility that this time, this swipe, this click, might be the one that makes you feel something. And so you keep going, chasing a feeling that never quite arrives, trapped in a loop designed by engineers who studied your psychology better than you ever did. But this is not new. The Romans knew it 2,000 years ago when they built the Colosseum and filled it with blood and spectacle, bread and circuses they called it. Keep the masses fed and entertained and they'll never revolt, they'll never question, they'll never look up long enough to see the chains. Edward Bernays, the father of modern propaganda, understood it when he used Freud's theories to sell cigarettes and wars, to turn citizens into consumers, to make people believe that freedom meant choosing between products instead of choosing how to live. The Soviets knew it when they flooded their people with state-approved entertainment. The Nazis knew it when they staged rallies that felt like ecstasy. And every empire since the dawn of civilization has known that the easiest way to control a population is not with guns or laws, but with distraction. Give them something shiny, something loud, something that makes them feel without thinking, and they will police themselves. We traded arenas for screens, swords for algorithms. But the show never stopped. It just got smarter, faster, more intimate. Now the Colosseum fits in your pocket. The circus streams directly into your brain, and you don't even need to leave your bed to be a spectator in your own life. And here's the cruelest part. It's not just stealing your time, it's stealing yourself. Every hour you spend vanishing into someone else's content is an hour you didn't spend building something of your own. Every night you lose to the feed is a night you didn't write that book, didn't call that friend, didn't sit with your own thoughts long enough to figure out who you actually are beneath the noise. You had dreams once, remember? Real ones. The kind that made your heart race when you were alone in the dark. The kind that felt too big and too important to ignore. What happened to them? They didn't die. They were buried, slowly, gently, under an avalanche of memes and reactions and trending topics that made you feel connected while isolating you from everything that mattered. You became a ghost in your own story, watching other people live while your life ticked away in 15-second intervals. The cost is invisible until you add it up, until you realize that the fun was never free, that every laugh came with a price, that the distraction you craved to escape your anxiety became the source of it. You feel it now, don't you? That tightness in your chest when you think about how much time has passed, how little has changed, How the days blur together into a smear of content you can barely remember. Fun was never free, it cost you your freedom. But here's the truth they don't want you to know. The moment you see it, the moment you really understand the trick, it loses its power. Awareness is the antidote. You don't need to quit everything. You don't need to live in a cave or smash your phone. You just need to see the machine for what it is, to recognize the hand pulling the strings, to understand that your attention is the most valuable resource you own, and that every corporation, every platform, every algorithm is fighting a war to take it from you. The pattern only works if you don't see it. The trap only holds if you believe you walked in by choice. And now you know. Now you can choose differently, not perfectly, not all at once, but moment by moment, swipe by swipe. You can take your life back from the feed. You can reclaim the silence, rebuild the dreams, reconnect with the people who matter and the person you were meant to become. The game is rigged, but you're not powerless. You're just finally awake. If this opened your eyes, like the video and subscribe for more hidden truths.